Alrighty, so hello, my name is Hannah. This is Restorative Yoga from 3:30 to 4. It really will be a nice, easy practice. So we are going to go ahead and start just seated on our mats. And we won't really need any props, but if you would like a blanket or pillow, it can be comfortable. So feel free to go ahead and grab that. So whatever feels good for you. So cross-legged, staff pose. A book or pillow underneath our glutes might feel really good on the spine. Go ahead and take your glutes wherever you are and kind of pull them out and away so that you can feel a little bit more grounded onto the mat. Bring your hands to a comfortable position so hands can be rested on the knees together between the legs and the lap, or even above, palms facing up. If you would like to receive energy from the air, you can leave palms facing up. If you like to feel a bit more grounded, hands can be facing down. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels good for you, or take a soft gaze down to the ground. We're going to come into our natural breath rhythm. Check in with ourselves and where we are on this Monday. Making our breath even louder than the wind outside, if those of you that are experiencing high winds in Richmond. On your next inhale, lift a little tall through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. And exhale to just relax a little bit deeper into the mat. On your next inhale, rise the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale them back and down to stack over top of the hips. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders come up to ears. Exhale, bring them down and relaxed away. So in this nice, tall, stacked position, you feel a strengthness through the core, through the spine. Begin to deepen the breath just a little by completely puffing up the chest through each inhale. On the next breath, allowing the breath to then go into the belly and continue the inhale through expansion. And in today's practice, I invite everyone to just kind of let go of any expectation you have of yourself, of your body. Just to take it easy and move towards that nice sensation and away from any pain or things that might be holding you back. And to let go of any judgment that you might find of yourself during this practice and the rest of your day and the people that you might be sharing the day with. Walk the hands out to the side on the mat. Flip the palms facing up. Big inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, turn the palms to face down. Moving the air as we go down back to the side body. Inhale, rise the palms all the way up, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, bring it all the way back down, stretching out through the fingertips as we move. One more time. Inhale, all the way up, pressing through the fingertips. Move the air up and overhead. Exhale, drop the left hand, open up through the chest into a nice side body stretch, pressing out of the right rib cage and keeping the right hips grounded. Take a few deep breaths into the right rib cage, opening up the side body. From here, round forward, reaching across the body, and then walk it out in front and over to the right side. Open up into a side body stretch. Once again, lifting through the left rib cage, keeping the left hips grounded to the mat, opening up through the shoulders and chest. Take a few deep breaths into the left side body. Round the spine, cross the arm, and walk all the way over to the left side once again. We'll do this one more time through, maybe getting a little bit deeper into the side body stretch, using the breath to expand. Go ahead, fold down, walk across to the other side. Then inhale all the way back up. From here, turning to the right on your next exhale into a seated spinal twist, taking the left hand either just in front of you or deeper to the outside of the thigh. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper using that right hand to support your back. Take a couple deep breaths into the chest and stomach. It can be a little difficult in a seated position as we're twisting the intestines, but trying our best. From here, inhale the arms up. Bring it forward. Exhale over to the left side. Once again, stabilize through the left arm. Right hand comes in front or over to the side of the leg. Inhale, lift a little bit taller through the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, maybe pressing into that thigh. Big deep breath into the chest and stomach. And exhale, go ahead and just round yourself back forward, okay? Let's get onto the hands and knees. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So lots of basic movements for today. So cat and cow from here. Drop the belly, lift through the chest and head into our cow position. Exhale, round and curve through the spine, pressing out of the shoulders and chin coming to the chest. Taking this again, inhaling, dropping the stomach, lifting up through the chest and chin, tailbone reaches towards the ceiling. Exhale, taking it back to cat, curve the back, chin comes to chest. Take this at your own pace here, your own cat and cow. Linger where it feels best for you. Take any organic side to side, circular motions. Moving your spine in all different directions. Also getting to the points that connect the spine, such as the pelvis. Taking one more round wherever you are. From here, widening the knees and pressing back into a child's pose. Hands are going to come all the way up in front. Taking a moment here just to come back to your breath, feeling that connection from forehead to mat. Feeling an opening through the hips. Inhale, feel the belly bowl between the legs. From here, walking the hands over to the left side, placing the right hand either on top or below the left. Keeping the right hips grounded to the mat, breathing through the right side body. Walking over to the right side. Left hand can come under or over top the right. And just letting your hips melt into the mat, grounding the left one down, breathing into the left side body. Walk them back forward, tent the fingers, tent the palms so the fingers stay on the mat. Press into the mat to open up through the armpits, taking a nice shoulder and chest opener. Inhale, come all the way up to a nice modified plank. Exhale, squeeze the elbows into the side. Let's take those tented fingers to the outside of the mat. Inhale to lift, opening up through the hip flexors. Exhale to come back down, taking that again. Inhale, press into the fingertips. So we're open at the chest and the hip flexors. Exhale, come back down. One more time. From here, elbows are going to come underneath the shoulders. Hands are going to come flat to the mat into Sphinx pose. So taking a little bit longer of a moment to open up the hip flexors. Lower body stays glued to the mat. Press into the forearms, into the hands. Lift through the chest and crown of the head. Opening up the hip flexors, pressing the pelvis into the mat. Keeping the chest open by pinching the back. And then taking a few deep breaths here to settle in to this extension in the hips. If you'd like to advance this, press into the hands, lengthen the arms, protecting the low back. So if you feel any pain, just coming back down, relieving pressure on the low back. And then let's go ahead and settle all the way down. We're going to open up the chest, primarily with a little bit of a secondary hip stretch. Right arm is going to shoot out, and we're going to prop ourselves with our left hand up onto the right arm. Our left leg is going to cross over to bring us a little bit higher up. The left leg can stay straight, or it can become bent. Head will relax down onto the mat. If you need a little bit more coming out of it, bending the elbow to a goalpost and then pressing yourself back up onto this position. Here you will have a bit longer to breathe and relax in, so take this moment to allow your body to release in parts that it has not yet found attention to release. Take one more deep breath, allow your body to fully relax. And then slowly let yourself out of this. We're going to take a moment in between. Place our left cheek on the mat. Let the hands slide down by the hips. Take your breath to the stomach and fill it as much as you can. And with each inhale, you feel your low back and body rise up just a little bit. And with each exhale, you find yourself heavier, rooting into the mat, allowing the head to become a little bit heavier, maybe giving yourself a bit of a neck adjustment. Hands slide up back under the shoulders. We'll keep our head in the direction that it is. Slide the left hand out. Press yourself up and over. Kick that right leg back to get into that deep chest. Once again, right leg can remain straight, or if you prefer it to be bent, you may. If this is not enough for you, coming out of this pose, bending the hand for a goalpost, and then pressing yourself back up and over. Knowing that you might not be able to go as deep as to when the arm was fully extended. Wherever you are, ensuring that once again, you are stretching towards a positive sensation. If we're going too deep, we might not be able to feel the full benefit of the release. And a good way to tell if you're going too deep is if you're having trouble breathing to relax. So if you're having a difficult time breathing, coming out and just letting off the tension and coming back in an easier angle. That will allow the muscles to fully relax and release. Take a few more deep breaths. On this next one, just find a way to allow the entire body relax. See where you might be holding tension. It might not even be in your chest. It might not be in the hips. It might be in the hands or face. Try to fully release. Allowing yourself to uncross the legs. Bring yourself out of this position. We're going to stay in a prone position, but this time opening up our shoulder blades. So hands, forearms are going to come at a parallel position. So I have my left hand in front and my right arm above. Let me give you a few options here. The first one is going to be the deepest one. So all I'm going to do with my left hand under and my right arm above is walk my hands out and then place a cheek down, maybe on my right bicep. If you're not feeling this, maybe you want to walk the arms underneath you a little bit more or walk them away from you. Kind of pick your little poison there. If again this is too much, just keep the left arm across and right arm can reach up above. You can again rest your forehead down or your cheek on your arm. So in this position, we're opening up our left deltoid, also our shoulder blade. So take big deep breaths in between the shoulder blades, filling up the back. And then exhale, allow your whole body to feel heavy. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing you to maybe get a little bit deeper in your heaviness through the left shoulder. Picking the head up, wiggling yourself out. And then we're gonna take a brief moment in between this like we did in our last pose. Bring our hands down to our hips. And this time our right cheek will come to the mat. In this position, we fill up our stomach. Our stomach rises the low back or the body up a little bit, and then we exhale, become a little bit heavier and more rooted into the mat. We feel maybe a slight neck adjustment through the heaviness of the head. Sliding the hands up, back underneath the shoulders. This time, right arm is going to come closest to the body, left arm farthest away. You wiggle the arms out as gracefully as you can. Find your end point, so it might be farther up toward the top of the mat. It might be closer in towards the body. Just do what works for your individual preference. Once again, if this is too much, letting the head kind of hang down on your bicep, take away the left arm. Keep the right arm under and just use this left arm maybe for support, up above, just a little bit less intense. Breathe into the right shoulder blade with each inhale, and then the exhale allows you to feel a little bit deeper and heavier. One more breath, find a place in your body to release tension. Slowly lifting the head. Once again, gracefully wiggling yourself out of this. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes under, lift up into hands and knees, and then we're just gonna come into a seated position. From here, wide-legged forward fold. Taking Your legs out wide, and again, if you started with something underneath your glutes, you can go ahead and place that there again if that is helpful for sitting upright. All right, inhale, lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Keep the head up and just go until where feels good for you. So it really might be at an upright position. If you feel a stretch through your low back, through your hamstrings, just stay right here and kind of breathe into that. So once again, just hinging from the hips, finding an end place. You can point or flex your toes depending on the sensation that you enjoy best. Take a little inhale. Actually, take a big inhale, followed by a little bit of a rise. And then exhale, fall back into it. And then allow your head to surrender down. Maybe you round through the head, neck, and shoulders. It sounds like we have some landscapers outside creating even more wind for us. So all I can say is just listen to your surroundings and allow them to come in and to leave you. Taking big deep breaths in through the neck and the back, sending it down to the low back and hamstrings. Stretch the arms out in front of you as far as you can, wherever you are. And then keeping the body heavy, use the hands to walk back in to bring yourself upright. Take your left hand to the inside of the leg. Inhale the right arm up and over to now take a little bit of this motion into your hips. Keep the chest open, shoulders stacked. Coming all the way up, right hand comes to the inside of the leg. Bring that left arm up and over. Come all the way back up. Okay, from here, we'll make it down to our mat. So you can hold on to the backs of the thighs, your hamstrings, and roll all the way down. We'll bring the knees directly into the chest, squeeze them in, rock them from side to side. From here, left leg comes down to the mat. Right leg is going to cross over into a figure four. Press the right knee away from you. You can simply do it with your knee or you can use your hand. And that's going to be the beginning of your glute stretch. If you'd like to make this deeper, kicking the left leg up and finding the hamstring. Continue to press the right knee away from you and flex all 10 toes. So bringing into this glute stretch. If you'd like to deepen this, you can cross the knee on top. And then both feet will kind of be hanging outside as you just make a little bit of a deeper glute stretch. You can even pull on the feet if that feels good for you. If you have stacked the knees, go ahead and come back to that figure four. So all at this figure four, we're gonna drop in this position to the left. So now our right foot is on the floor and maybe our left shin is on the floor. Hands are gonna come out to a T position and then gaze is gonna come over to the right. So we are in a simple spinal twist, but also a glute opener, which targets your IT band, so that muscle that goes down the outside of the thigh. Take big deep breaths into the stomach, grounding both shoulders. Gaze comes back to center, lifting one leg and then the other, resetting the body, maybe rocking from side to side. Right foot comes down, left leg crosses over into that figure four. Press the knee away. If you want more, bring in that thigh, grab the hamstrings, flex all 10 toes, continue to press that left knee away from you. So we're just getting that glute open and prepared. Take a few breaths here before you stack the knees if that's something that you took in the last round. From here, coming back to that figure four position, dropping the body over to the right side. Arms come out into a T position, gaze comes over to the left. Grounding the shoulders, finding that twist, glute and IT band opener. Big breaths through the stomach and chest. Continuing just to let all those thoughts wander in and wander out. All the tasks that we have yet to complete for today. Just letting them go through the twists and through your breath. Bring the gaze back to center, lifting one or both legs up at a time. Go ahead, bring them all the way down, shake them out. Bringing the hands by your side, or even if you'd like to, bring them up overhead into a star position, allowing to yourself to really just take up as much space as you'd like to right now. Hands facing up, or hands can be connected to the body. If you'd like to make this a little bit more of an active shavasana, you can bring the feet together into bound ankle pose, just to open up the hips for a bit longer. Wherever you have settled in, making your way back to your breath. Feeling the coolness of the air through the nostrils. Feeling the power of the air inflate the chest and stomach. And then through that exhale, feeling how the air has warmed up and it is no longer as cool as when it came in. Your body was able to just kind of put its own thermoregulation on that breath. Coming back into your breath, maybe making some motion with your hands, wrists, your toes, ankles, extending the legs if they are not already there. Inhaling the arms up overhead for a nice full body stretch. Bending the knees, using your right bicep as a pillow, coming onto the right side, just for a few more moments of peace, knowing that the stillness and peacefulness that you are experiencing is something you were able to create within yourself and is available to you whenever you need it. Being easy, coming back up to a seated position, something that's comfortable for you, and go ahead and keep the eyes heavy or closed. Walk the hands out to the side, lift the palms up, inhale them up overhead, bringing them together, exhaling them down the heart center. I invite you guys to take today's practice into the rest of your Monday and just keep letting go of all expectations of what the day brings and all judgment of yourself and others. And I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me and with everyone in the Zoom call. I hope you have a great rest of your day. The light in me honors light in you. Namaste. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a chat. We hope to see you again soon. And if you have any feedback, we're very excited to be taking that as well.